Hey there, happy Tuesday, it's me Victor here. Sorry for not doing a video recap this past Sunday. Was with some family. Hopefully everyone's having a great trading week. Just gonna go over some particular plays and some of my market ideas, overall what's been going on in the overall markets. First and foremost, I always say 3 out of 4 stocks follow the overall market, as you should know, and currently we're kind of in this, I would say, not recession, but we're in this slight pullback. As you can see, everyone's freaking out, and I just want to point something out to you, okay? No one knows what's going to happen in the markets. No one knows when the bottom's going to be. No one knows how low we're going to go. No one knows nothing. You just have to be reactive, okay? The same people thought back in during the COVID, no one saw this coming. Nobody saw. It's crazy, it's been 5 years since that happened. You know, no one saw where it's at. Nobody saw, well, it's better to go on the overall indexes. So you can see it much on a larger scale. No one saw this happen. No one expected this to happen. No one did. It just did. You know, during the COVID. COVID was absolutely insane. But here's one thing, guys and gals. Most of the big money is made, unfortunately, after these recessions, after these pullbacks. That's when the big money is made. Because you have buyers that come in. That attracts long-term growth. So it's kind of a necessity in a sense. It's like supply and demand. And most people don't understand that, you know? And again, as I mentioned, anyone can make money like in this type of market. Choppy, up market. Now we're in the same type of scenario. I'm not saying we're gonna have the same type of outcome like this, but understand nothing lasts forever. Understand that, again, stop trying to predict the top, stop trying to predict the bottom. Just be reactive. And as I always mention, okay, it's the trading the stock market is like a business. Okay, it's not going to go nowhere. There's always going to be plays every day. Your job is just to sit on your ass, to sit on the sidelines, and only participate once you see an ideal setup. Again, what works for me is not going to work for you. We're different people. We're different traders. But I encourage you to always understand that whenever you have really these moving averages, whenever they're declining, they're surfing, it's going to be really hard on the long side. Now, again, as I mentioned, that's not saying there is no opportunities. There is every day. It's easier just to wait for setups, okay? Everyone's been used to the hot market in 2020, 2021, and 22, but it doesn't work that way, okay? Great things take time. And if you're just getting started within the markets, don't try to push size now. Don't try to go all in now, because you're already fighting an uphill battle against people who are more skilled, have more, in a sense, edge than you. And whenever the markets are somewhat like this, take a step back, study, go live life, okay? I've been going to the river, I've been playing sports with friends, and again, you can never really get back time. So I always encourage you to spend time with people, those who you love the most, family, friends, all that. And like today, for instance, the particular stock I really want to talk about is HSAI, classic episodic pivot over the ranges. This is, again, the textbook chart I am trying to teach y'all here. Y'all should see the setups already. I'm about to show you. Sideways break, and pretty much we've been in this long consolidation, you know, for a long period of time, as you can see here. And today we had that news with Mercedes that had a gap up. I believe it was a news with, they reported earnings as well, and also a multi-year deal with Mercedes smart cars. So yeah, its ADR is roughly 10%, and I pretty much got this to a T. I got it at 21.10 is my average. Pretty much what I always say: opening range highs, whether it be the first 5 minutes, 1 minute, and this is where I got long. Whenever I saw it run up and I saw this pretty much consolidation pace for about 15 minutes in a sense, that's when I got long, as I broke out of that range right there. And again, low of day is always your stop on this type of setup, and it's closing very beautifully. And ideally, I want to trail this gap up and raise my stop up and see how this can go. But again, it's just a basic pattern that I'm trying to teach y'all. It's not my setup. It's just a timeless setup. It happens over and over again. It's just one of those setups that's going to keep happening over and over again. And here's one thing. you always want to find stocks that are, again, put things into overall context. Why? Okay, the overall stock market is red on the day, yet you have this one particular stock here that is going up. That shows signs of strength. And again, I believe they did report earnings, but I believe they missed estimates. If I'm not mistaken, yes, they did. But again, the volume is there. Price target, again, we talk about stories, legs. Price target of $35. Again, I don't really care about that. It's just more legs in a sense. And yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But that's just one particular stock. Again, always focus on past runners. Former runners can run again. Okay, this was on my back watch list. It hit my alert as it broke out of the range of $20, and immediately, whenever it broke out, I knew what it was. The same setup as you see right here. The exact same setup right there. In a sense, right there would have worked, but it would have stopped you out. Even right there, but it would have stopped you out. But now we have really a gap up and a strong close. So ideally, more continuation, trail 10-day on this one ideally. Other than that, there's really not that much else to go over. Mass, I was long, I believe, last week. That didn't go up. PSTV was a nice one on Friday. As I mentioned, I think I got long this one, and I sold really nicely in the high twos. Root is another one I am watching for this upcoming week. Again, you should see the chart pattern. Look how it's, well, let's go over here. Look how it's, well, no, it's choppy. Look how it's basing extremely well. Sideways, okay? Short interest is high, higher lows, as you can see there. It's just a matter of time. Over 143, 145 on the candle daily, and we'll see what happens with that one. Other than that, there's really nothing else on scan I've been watching. Yeah, this one's, which one was that I just showed you? Go-To looks good. Is that Go-To? Yeah, Go-To looks interesting. Go-To as well. I'm watching Go-To. Over 380. Look how it's forming this kind of flag pattern here. It's a bottom feeder stock, but I love how it's forming this pattern. It's just, eventually it's going to go over 370, ideally on that one. Other than that, I should probably set alerts on that one. What is alerts on that one? Other than that, that's really all I wanted to talk about. I mean, everyone's been talking about like Tesla. I didn't even look at Tesla today, and I don't. Here's my food for thought of this. Okay, I don't know who you are, but people need to stop trying to pick bottoms with these. It's just a waste of time. It's just my opinion. Unless you're like, I guess if that's your strategy, then sure, go ahead. But if you're trying to catch a falling knife, it's going to be really hard. Okay, you're going to bleed your account, and just focus on movers. Focus on stocks that have ran in the past. Okay, like today, for instance. Let's just go over a scan that I always run intraday. This is a big percent gainer scan. Okay, this is what I look for. Let's just go one by one, and I just want to show you, like, people trade random shit. They do, and they wonder why they lose. Like this setup right here is something I would never trade, ever. The ADR is 16%, but look how it's just so random. It's so random, you know. TBST reverse split. No, this one has a setup. Okay, EP, Mercedes-Benz, price target, volume, range break. This one, random. Again, you want to get the randomness out of trading. This one setup starts off 1-0. My will could be one. It's a bottom feeder, just like PSTV. I'm watching this one over 630, just because it's one of those stocks that can potentially run. So that's that one. But I just want you to understand that you don't have to trade every day. You know, just stop trying to force things. This setup, nothing there. Earnings, but the chart looks like shit. Chart looks like shit. Sona's one. It's just a short micro pump. I wouldn't be surprised to see this go higher, honestly, on the daily. I would not be surprised to see this go higher at all. But you just have to understand, like, I've been doing this for 7 years, okay? And believe me, you're not going to miss the next hot runner. You'll miss it if you blow up your account. You'll miss it if you just overtrade. but you're not gonna miss it. And I just want to show you, nope. I'm not gonna waste my time. Okay, but this is a setup right here. This is a setup, and I just don't want you to waste your time. Okay, if you don't see nothing on scan, simply walk away. Enjoy life. Enjoy your day. That's all you gotta do. All right. But yeah, long from 2010 average, 2010 average rather. Ideally gap up continuation. If not, I want to trail it. No reason to sell. Instead of a range break, range expansion, EP, 5-star. Ideally, let it do its thing. Okay. But again, you don't have to trade every day. Focus on your setups. And again, it's okay to take a day off. Go enjoy life. Go be with your family. Go do something active. And believe me, the best traders in the world. Well, like for me, I don't look for trades, for instance. I look at my scans. If there's nothing, I walk away. Like, I look at my scans 3 times a day. Morning, lunch, noontime rather, and power hour. And I have price alerts on my phones if stocks were to hit within those time frames. But you don't see me on the screens the entire day. No. The point of being a trader is freedom. Getting away from this stuff. Okay? Once you master your shit, you don't want to be in front of the screens forever. You want to live life. And I love times like these. I mean, I know like people are losing money, but I don't really care. I do care. But I love times like this because it gives me time to rest. It gives me times to reset for when, and believe me, it's going to happen, when we have setups like we had during COVID times. But times like these is where we rest, where we study, where we preserve mental capital. Mental capital is key. And getting ready for the next hot run. Okay? But I love y'all, and I'll see you next time.